This is a test drive of my 2008 Toyota Prius from the passenger seat. So, just gonna do a basic drive here around this parking lot. This is a very nice car to drive. It's very good gas mileage. 50 miles per gallon is something you can achieve in this car, which is very impressive since it's 2008 model Toyota Prius. So, you know, has had a long history. I'm the like 7th owner or 6th owner, I'm not sure, but yeah, like right now I'm driving on battery only and it's doing great. Just in this parking lot, you can hear, just listen how quiet the ride is. It's got the original battery, original struts, still rides very smooth, still battery works still without any issues, and you just lightly put your foot on the gas, you just glide down the road. Going 15 miles an hour right here. I'm slowing down. I'm gonna do a turn. And no issues, see. Still running on battery. It's got plenty of battery. I can go ahead and angle my camera here. You can see my dashboard, I think, if you want to see that. You can see my screen down here. I don't know if you can read it, but it says 99.9 mpg, so it's pretty much not using any gas, so that's what it says when you're not using gas, 99.9. So I'm going to adjust this back to where it was. Very nice, smooth, reliable car. It's got 274,000 miles. About to hit 275,000 in 74 miles. So it's on the way to 300,000. Let's go ahead and take this for a drive on the highway. So I'm going to exit the parking lot over here. This is a car that is very well known for its reliability. It's definitely lasted me a long time. Here at the HEB Center in Cedar Park. This is a very nice venue. Very big parking lot. So, yeah, I got this car last year, January. And, you know, used car has some issues, but I got them taken care of. And it runs like a champ now. Never get any kind of, no warning lights really. The last time I got a warning light was because the oil, someone who replaced my oil filter, they didn't do a good job and they didn't screw in the filter all the way. Alright, so I'm turning here onto the access road. This is a very fast access road, 60 miles per hour. But yeah, someone didn't do a good job putting the filter in, so I was leaking oil. But I took it to a good oil change place, and they were able to solve that very quickly. So now I haven't had any issues in a very long time. No warning lights, no emergency lights, no errors, nothing. Just it runs perfectly. AC works. I can put the AC on right now. Put it on high. It's a very good AC. Very good at cooling you down. Heater works great. Turn this on low here, but I guess as I drive here, I'll say a few things about the car. Some things that I have gotten worked on was the speedometer here. It's also called the combo meter. I can point at it. It's over here. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing, but this is where the speedometer is, and that went out because I replaced the battery in the back, the 12 volt, and after I replaced it, apparently that affects in this car the combo meter, which is the speedometer, but it's a known issue. I took it to a mechanic. He did a good job and replaced it very, very quickly, and it works completely perfectly now. It works perfectly. I've had no issue since I got that replaced. The O2 sensor was replaced in this car. So was the catalytic converter. That was a very easy and cheap replacement. So I'm driving on the highway. I'm driving on the frontage road right now. 45, 50. It's very smooth. I got some new Michelin tires on this car. They're very, very good tires for this car. Michelin Defender tires. Just a couple weeks ago, and they make the car ride so much nicer. But yeah, so I got the O2 sensor replaced, and that for a long time this car had a check engine light, but that was because the O2 sensor was ripped off the car because the previous owner's cat got stolen, like catalytic converter, not their pet. But yeah, I got that replaced at a shop. It's pretty cheap and simple, quick repair, 30 minutes. Just installed basically a new O2 sensor cable, downstream O2 sensor, and that was the solution to my check engine light problem. I installed new tire pressure sensors in all four wheels, so now if there's ever low air in any of these tires, this light will light up on the dashboard, and I'll know. I don't have to worry about driving around without knowing if one of my tires has got a problem. So now I'm getting on the highway here. This is a toll, 183 toll. Speed limit's 75 on here. So I'm going to get up to 75. I used to not even be able to get up to 75 in this car because there was some kind of issue with the bumper in the front that was grinding against my wheels, but I got that issue resolved by a mechanic outside of Fort Worth. Texas Hybrid Battery is his business, and he helped me with that. Just did a DIY repair for that. Works very well. I haven't had any issues since he helped me with that, and my wheels they glide perfectly down the road, and I don't hear any noise. It's so great that I don't have to hear that noise driving down the road anymore. you can hear, just listen to the car for a little bit, and just you can hear how smooth it is on this highway. We're going 71. I'm going to speed up to 75. So now we're going 75. Probably just hear the wind. Road noise is not that loud, really. It's quite a smooth ride, and the car feels smooth to drive. Even going 75, you get 40 mpg average, so you don't have to worry about gas in this car. Like, gas is like not even something that'll come on your mind. You're just gonna be working your way down the highway, going nearly 80 miles an hour. Feel any need to like worry about that. And in the city, you're going to be getting upwards of 50 miles per gallon. So that's. I've heard people even getting higher. 55. You can really push the limit in this car. Like, it's a very fun car to experience, just because there's the regen braking whenever you brake. Gives your battery a charge, and you can go even farther without using any gas. If you know how to time your stops pretty well. So yeah, the car is it's in very good shape for having nearly going on 300,000 miles. Complete 100% functional. No functionality issues. All the lights work. The screen works. I have this nice cover on the screen that it's specifically made for this car. It's right over here. This cover sits on top of the screen and protects it from the sun. So the screen will last you. You won't get any sun. It won't get damaged from too much sunlight. No thermal damage will occur from this screen with this cover on here. It's got a wide-angle mirror. Works pretty nice in this car. You can see this car has great visibility. Like, that's one thing about this car I really like is I feel like you can see so much. Just the windows are so large. The back window is like hatchbacks. Hatchbacks. If you've ever driven one, it's got a very large window in the back, on the sides, and in the front. It's great visibility. It's got a double glove box, so you can store a lot of stuff in there. Another thing with this car, the brake booster, or some people call it the actuator, the brake actuator, the ABS, it's something in this car that I had to get replaced as well. That was kind of a pretty pricey repair, or I should say replacement, because I had to find a new part, got it online. I think it was like $800, and then I had Texas Hybrid Battery replace that for me. He did an awesome job, and I have no issues with the brake actuator anymore. The old brake actuator was like throwing a lot of lights on here, and I was having trouble braking, and sometimes my brakes would just lock up, and it was just frightening, like, because it felt so, seizing. When the brake seize up, it's just, the it's a really terrible feeling when you're driving. And I was actually driving with a handbrake for a while, but once I had the money, I rented a car and saved some money up. And once I had that money, I got that brake booster, that new refurbished, I should say, brake booster from eBay, and it takes this higher battery, replaced it for me, and it's been working. It made the car feel so much different. Like it feels like a newer car, like driving it after that got replaced. Because like when I stop here, it's completely silent. There's no whirring sound. If the brake booster's going bad, you'll hear a whirring sound, but notice I'm just stopped here and it's completely silent. Engine's not even running. The fan's on, but it's a very, very quiet. It's on low, so it's very quiet. But yeah, it's just how it is when you're stopped in the Prius. Accelerating here, engine turns back on. I'm on battery because I was slowing down. Now I'm back on engine and battery, turning here. So yeah, that's pretty much, this is pretty much, one of the nicest used cars you can have is the Toyota Prius. It's reliable, very reliable car. This one is particularly nice. It has the backup camera, leather seats. It's very comfortable to sit in. Cruise control. Very quiet ride. Dependable. Never have any issues with, the battery. Just requires regular maintenance. Like, as long as you get your oil changes and you get your filters replaced every 20,000 miles, your cabin filter and your engine air filter, you get those replaced every 20,000. You get your oil change every 5,000. You're gonna be good with this vehicle right here. And there's not really much else. The tires, every car needs to get your tires replaced. Even Teslas, they need their tires replaced every 50 to 90,000 miles, depending on what kind of tire. So this one has new tires, so this one's not gonna need tires for until 360,000 miles, I believe. As long as I get those rotated every 5,000 miles, then those tires will be good. So that's pretty much the Prius. There's a lot of space in here. The hatch in the back, when you open it up, you can fold the seats down in the second row, and you can put so much stuff. I moved my bed in this car, my mattress and my bed frame and TV all in one go. Just has a ton of space. It's 0 to 60 in 10.9 seconds, I believe. So I never really have any issues getting up to speed in this car either. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn into HEB here. You can get about 400 to 500 miles in a tank on this one as well. It's got an 11.9 gallon tank. 11.9 gallons, you're getting 50 miles a gallon. Do the math. That's, if you run it to dry, you're nearly going to get 600 miles. But that's only, that's like super, you're hypermiling there. But I feel like normally I'm getting easily 400 miles if I'm driving if I'm driving more aggressively, probably I'll fill it up at the when it has the last bar, which is like 350 to 380 miles. You know, it depends on your driving style, but I feel like if you're gonna buy this kind of car, you're probably not gonna be the most aggressive driver, and you're probably gonna be getting those upwards of 50 miles per gallon. So, all right. Reach my destination here, and I'm gonna go and get some stuff in this HEB. So that's a ride in this 2008 Toyota Prius, my 2008 Prius, package 6. It is a very nice Prius, and happy to have this car. It's a very good car, reliable, efficient, practical. You know, you can store a lot of stuff in here, and it's dependable. You can trust this car to drive across the country. So, all right, I'm signing out. See y'all next time.